Assalamualaikum guys, welcome to D1 English program of University of Muhammadiyah Gersik. Now, let me, Rohmatul Maulidah, you may call me Miss Linda. And now we learn more about how to express want and desire. Hello guys, we are going to the second chapter for the writing session. How we could express want and desire. Let's take a look at on one. First, we need to know about the definition. One is hope, have, or to have, or do something, or to wish for something. Let's be check to the example. For the first is the positive form. I want to buy a linguistic book. He wants to buy a linguistic book. Those sentences showing that we have a wish for something. I want to buy a linguistic book means I have a willingness to buy a linguistic book. Let's take a look at to the form of the sentence. For the subject I, you, they, and we don't need to add s for the verb. And the second, for the subject he, she, it, we need to add s. How about the negative form? The negative form, of course, identical with the word not. But we have to differentiate. We use do for I, you, they, and we. But we use does for he, she, and it. So the sentence will be, I don't want to buy a linguistic book. And the second, he doesn't want to buy a linguistic book. Those sentences showing there is no wish for something. The last is interrogative form. Do or does will be on the first part of the sentence. Do you want to buy a linguistic book? Or does he want to buy a linguistic book? Next, how about desire? For desire is a strong feeling that you want something to do. Form of the positive. I want you to buy a linguistic book. He wants you to buy a linguistic book. Next is the negative. I don't want you to buy a linguistic book. He doesn't want me to buy a linguistic book. Last is interrogative. Do you want me to buy a linguistic book? And the last, does he want me to buy a linguistic book? So based on all of those examples, it's showing that we want something to do. Showing that for the first positive part, I am asking other person to buy a linguistic book. But for the negative, I don't want another person to buy a linguistic book. About the interrogative form, I am asking someone that he asked me to buy a linguistic book. So that's the end of the explanation, and hopefully it will help you to get more understanding about how to express want and desire. What do you think about the explanation? Is it helpful for you? Hopefully, it could help you to learn more and apply it into your daily language communication. Assalamualaikum.